Hello everyone, my name is Keith Glenna and I'll be playing a game called 7 Days to Die. So the best way to describe 7 Days to Die is that it is a zombie survival game that is mixed with Minecraft, where you can interact with the entire world. It is still in development, as you can see in the top right corner. It is in Alpha 15, but even though it's alpha, it is very much a playable game, and when they release it, it has little to no bugs at all. So I'll be starting a new game, and what makes this series so interesting is that I'll be actually playing it in the most difficulty setting, which is insane. And to really drive that in, I gave the game name, the Insane Game. So it's usually at Nomad, but I set it to Insane. Day length, I put it to 18 because I don't really do anything at night, so I bumped it all the way up so that I have the most day length. I set zombies to always run instead of having them only run at night, which also in turn the day length doesn't really matter at all if they run all the time. Their aggression is feral versus normal, so they'll always be angry and want to kill me. And in the modded options, I changed the enemy memory from 60 seconds and bumped that up to 90, and enemy spawning from medium to very high. Everything else I left pretty much the same, like a loot abundancy. I could drop that down to 25%, but I left it at 100. I still want to give myself a little bit of a chance, so in this series it'll be primarily just the zombies are at their most difficulty setting, and then I left everything else pretty much the same. So yeah, why don't we get started now? So while the game was loading, I realized that I never really gave the overall purpose of this series. My main goal in this is to... Let me pause for a sec. Actually, you know what? Screw it, I'll do it live. The main purpose of this series is to get to day 7, which at day 7 there is a zombie horde that shows up. And yeah, I want to be able to see if I can first get to day 7 and see if I can make it through the horde and see how many times it takes me to do this, to get there. Because the other main thing is that if I die, I start over. So it's dead is dead. I'll delete the game and restart again. So first things first, you gotta collect resources. If you've been noticing while I was talking before, I've been punching a bunch of grass and picking up some weird looking plants. You gotta collect resources. Gotta collect grass, you gotta go open up birds' nests like this, get feathers and eggs. Gotta collect wood, rocks. But those are pretty much the primary ones, the wood, the rock, and plant fiber. So to start off the game, you just gotta keep punching a bunch of stuff until you can get enough supplies to build yourself a stone axe. As you can see, it's up in the top right corner, kind of. They give you little mini goals to do, just to kind of get you, if you've never played the game, it gets you kind of into it. So if you can see here, I have plant fibers, the yucca fruit, or yucca fruit, however you want to say that. Got one piece of wood in there, one stone, so I need to get quite a bit more before I can actually build a stone axe. This is where you can, it kind of gives you a list of everything you can build. The things in white are what you can build as of right now, and the stuff grayed out, obviously you can't build. You don't have the stuff for it. So the first thing I need is a stone axe. So I'll click on that, and they give you the option to favorite things. So I'm gonna go over and favorite that. It just makes it easier. So if you click on this little star, it pops up there. So I do a couple things like the arrows I'll favorite. What else do I do? I guess it needs an H, but a shovel. I'll favorite the shovel, and then a bow, and then last but not least, I'll favorite a wood, maybe? A wood frame. There you go. So I'll favorite a wood frame, and then it just, if I'm in a pickle and I need to build something really quick, it's just a much easier way to find stuff. So I'm gonna continue to keep punching stuff. It is tough to really find wood in the desert biome. The only things that you can really find are grass and some aloe vera, which are good for bandages. As you can see in my belt at the bottom, I have one already built. There, you get one right off the bat. The cacti, they give you a bunch more plant fiber, and then at the end they give you 1 or 2 yucca fruit. So if you need a lot of plant fiber, they're really good, but other than that, it's just easier to pick up these plants here, the yucca fruit plants, or yucca plants, or whatever they're called. And then you got these bushes that give you 1 piece of wood, but it's still not anywhere near what you would get for a tree. So all I need is 2 more stones, so I'll just punch this boulder here. This takes way longer to do, but it gives you stones. Actually, see if I can find any more on the ground. It's just gonna take forever. Well, there was a perfect example of one of my many times of getting sidetracked. I'm searching for a rock, and instead I started punching a cactus. Well, here's a rock. So now that I have 5 rocks, I can finally build a stone axe. Now I can go over to this boulder over here, and it'll help me break this boulder down much faster. And if you see in the bottom right corner, there is both stone and iron coming from the rock. And once you break it down to 0, then you get these little perks, which gives you either more stone or different materials. Like here I got some looks to be lead and potassium nitrate. It just kind of gives you a reason to break something down all the way to nothing versus just leaving it halfway broken down. So first off, what I'm going to do is collect a couple stones here, and then I'm going to primarily try and get wood so that I can build a shelter. Because if any zombie sees me, then I am pretty much screwed if I can't run into somewhere. Even if I do have a bow or some sort of club or some sort of melee weapon, I'm not gonna be able to make it strong enough to actually take on a zombie. I'll just get demolished right away. So every once in a while you'll notice I'll do little cut screens. That's just kind of to save you the boredom of watching me just mine things, because this is can be a very slow game every once in a while. So like right now or around now, I'll probably do a cut, because now I'm just going to be trying to find as much wood as possible and come back whenever there's something interesting happening. Alright, so here's an interesting thing. You don't see this too often, a bunch of bags all in one little area. This has a pretty good club in there. Let's see what this one has. Some food, and this one has bandana. I mean, it's not bad. But seeing how I've now strained away from my spawn point, which they made it so that nothing ever spawns in your area when you first spawn. Now zombies will start popping up, so I have to keep my eyes open for any sort of movement, just to make sure it's something that's not about to attack me. The other thing you can do to check for zombies is squat down and see if you're undetected or not. It won't say if a zombie's in the area, but it'll at least let you know if it found you. There are different levels of it. So there's undetected, there is sensed, and then I believe it just jumps right to hunted, which is where they're just full bore trying to kill you. Another backpack. So I got all this going for me. I'm gonna make myself a bow, use up some more wood. Like I said, the wood is very important right off the bat. I don't think it ever really stops being important, but you really need it right off the bat. And if you find a road like this, or a little gravel road, it usually leads you to a point of interest, which could be a house, which would be awesome. Because then that would save me on my whole wood crisis. So I'm gonna risk it and follow and see where this thing takes me. Which it takes me nowhere. Which that can happen as well. It sucks, but it can happen. Well, it took me to a bag with food. Ooh. A pretty decent club as well. Let's try and follow this road the opposite way. So it's telling me in the top right corner to craft some plant fiber clothing, but seeing how I'm in the desert, that wouldn't be very smart because I'll overheat. So if I can get to a different biome, which I see a zombie over there, which is not good, but I see, I believe that is a, well, church. Seeing how the giant cross on the top kind of gives that away. But seeing how I see a zombie now, I'm gonna keep squatting just to make sure I stay undetected. How many wooden frames do I got? 17. Oh yeah, you found me. Here we go, moment of truth. Do I actually survive this? Fast guy. So this is brand new to the game, this little stun looking thing where it starts going gray tone and you get a little ringing in the ears. I love it and hate it. I hate having to deal with it, but I love the way that it looks. I think it's a really good addition to the game. Kind of makes it a little extra challenging. And where did oh, there you are. Alright, so just because it went down does not mean that we're done here. For those who have watched Zombieland, rule number 2, always double tap. Always make sure that after it goes down once, make sure you hit it a couple more times and make sure it doesn't come back up again, or else you're gonna... be in a world of hurt or dead. So I didn't think I was going to get through this in one go. I didn't think I would die this quickly, but I did. So, but now that you got the idea of what the series is going to be about, if you want to watch more, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Again, my name is Keith Glenna, and thank you for watching, and see you next time.